Hey guys, my name is Sunny, and if you randomly stumbled on this video, I make travel videos on this channel. I've been traveling for last few years and I've been living nomadically for last year and a half. I get asked this question a lot, that how can I spend so much money on traveling? And the answer is that I do not spend so much money on traveling. Over the past few years, I've acquired these skills that have helped me save a lot of money, and I spend very less money while traveling. So in this video, in next 10 minutes, I'm gonna share these tips with you guys. And if you're watching this video, today is your lucky day. So without wasting any time, let's start with these tips. The first tip is choose wisely where to go and when to go. What do I mean by choose wisely where to go? So you can either go to Iceland, or you can either go to Bali or any other place in Southeast Asia. Going to Bali is 1/4 the price of going to any place in Europe. If you don't have a place in mind, and if you're looking for a place, choose wisely where to go. But if you really want to go to Iceland or a country in Western Europe or US or anywhere else which is expensive, like I wanted to go to Iceland, I've been to Iceland, and Iceland was the #1 country on my list. At that time, choose wisely when to go. You can either go in peak summer season where everyone wants to go there and the prices are 3 times the actual prices of anything. Like hotel prices are up, airfare is high up, you don't get car rentals, restaurants have marked their prices higher because everyone is there. Or you can either go in shoulder season when the crowds go out, the summer holidays are done of kids, so now the only travelers are out there. Like you can go to Iceland in September or October. I went in October where the prices were way cheaper than peak summer. Choose wisely when to go and where to go. So moving on to the second tip is choose a better financial system. What do I mean by that? Use of credit cards, especially premium travel credit cards. Use of deals to find airfare, hotels or any other accommodation. Use of hotel points, airline miles, and anything possible to make your life cheaper. So I use a premium travel credit card called Chase Sapphire Reserve for all my travel expenses. It saves money on foreign transaction fee, as there is no foreign transaction fee. I don't have to worry about cash or anything. I don't pay auto insurance on this card. I get auto insurance everywhere, any country in this world, if I pay my car rental through this card. I get baggage insurance, I get accident insurance, I get so many insurances, so I save money on insurances here. I get lounge access to over 1500 lounges all over the world, so while I'm traveling and I'm at an airport, I can eat free food. That saves you money on your food expenses. I can do my work at the lounge, or if I want to have any other luxury, take a shower or something, I can use these lounges. So use of premium travel credit cards is very important. Don't get bogged down by the high fees of credit cards. I'm not selling credit cards here, but it seems that you're paying more money. But if you're traveling a lot, and like if you're watching this video because you think you're traveling a lot, use of premium travel credit cards is very important. And using hotel points, airline miles, travel points, deals on sites like slickdeals.com, Deals Plus and other sites is very important to save money. Also subscribing to websites like the Points Guy. There's a Twitter channel called Doctor of Credit. So subscribing to these places can save you a lot of money. I'll link all these in the description box. These are the things that I do to save money, and I'm just telling you straight up what I do. And I've saved a lot of money doing this. For the next part of this video, I'm gonna break this video into 4 different sections. While traveling, we spend our money on 4 major portions. First one is accommodation, second is airfare, third is ground transportation, fourth is food and miscellaneous. Starting with accommodation. Accommodation can be the major portion of all your travel expenses. People spend thousands of dollars in accommodation. Some people love luxury, and I'm not opposed to that. But if you want to spend money, choose wisely. Where do you stay? It really depends on what your status is in life. Are you single? Are you married? Or do you have a family? If you're single, it's very easy because now you have the flexibility to stay anywhere. Like I am single. Sometimes I sleep in my car, and I've slept in my car in different countries. You can book a campsite and then you can pitch your tent and sleep. And you can do this with family too. I've seen so many families using tent sites, and sleeping in a tent at a campsite in nature is one of the best things to do. I can make another video just why you should do this more. The third tip is book an RV or campervan. I've done this multiple times. I booked an RV in Iceland. I have booked an RV in Kauai and in multiple different places, and the experiences have been amazing because I get a car to drive along, then I get a place to sleep, and I get a kitchenette. I get so many things for the price way less. And this is a motorhome, so I don't have to find accommodation, so I'm saving time, energy. Having an RV is an amazing option. Sometimes RVs can be expensive, but if you find a great deal on RV, try having the van life experience. Fourth is Airbnbs. I've been doing this religiously over past 1 year. So being a nomad, I stay in different places every month. And monthly stays on Airbnb are really cheap. My current budget of an Airbnb monthly is $1,000 to $1,500. And I've stayed in amazing places like Bellingham, Washington, Milford, Connecticut, where I'm right now. I'm staying a block and a half from a beach. My experience with Airbnbs have been amazing because you get to stay in someone's home and you get to connect with that person, you get to learn from that person, and it's not like hotels where like you're staying in a room. When you're staying in someone's home, there's so much love and emotion. They built that home. So staying at Airbnbs is an amazing way to save money on accommodation, especially if you're staying for more than a week or a month. Another amazing place to save money while traveling is Cowsurfing. I never used Cowsurfing until this year when I met a friend in Hawaii and she told me about her experiences with Cowsurfing, and I got amazed by it, and I said next time I'm somewhere I'm gonna try it. So I was in Alaska, of all places, where finding Couchsurfing is gonna be hard because there are not many people living in Alaska. I stayed in Anchorage for 3 nights at Will's house, which was amazing. But the best experiences was at Healy, which is near Denali National Park. I found a Couchsurfing course which was amazing in Lauren and Alex. I honestly felt that I'm visiting my family. I was always psyched about like how can someone let you stay in a house for free, but now staying in places I get to know why, because it's such an experience. You get to know another person and you get to meet these people while traveling. Couchsurfing is one of the best ways to save money while traveling because you get to stay at someone's house for free. So try Couchsurfing. Moving on to the second thing called airfare. How can I save money on airfare? So first tip is book early. If you know where to go, like you know where you are going, look for tickets as soon as possible. Look for tickets on Kayak, Skyscanner, Google Flights, and while you search for them, do plus minus 3 days. So keep your travel schedule flexible and choose your airports flexible. So if imagine you're flying from New York City, that I'm flying in next few days, and there are like 3 airports in New York City or around New York City, and you can use any of them, whichever the cheapest flight is. And if I'm flying to San Francisco and there are multiple airports around San Francisco, so use this nearby airports and plus minus 3 days to find the cheapest day. So second is booking through airline miles or travel points. I do this a lot. I have not paid for a flight or from my own pocket in last 2-3 years. I use airline miles. I've accumulated these a lot over my 6-7 years, and now I use them to save money. Another tip is use mistake fares. Mistake fares are very important. Sometimes flights get very cheap because a wrong price is there, and use this if you want to fly, and if you find the right deal, just book it. So moving on to the third section, that's ground transportation. Ground transportation mainly covers with car rentals. So I really enjoy having a car when I'm traveling. It gives me the luxury to sleep in it or to go to places. It's really easy to have a car. It gives you so much freedom. And to book a car, it depends where you book from. I usually use Hertz, and I enroll in the loyalty program, like whichever company I'm using, maybe Hertz or Enterprise. I prefer Hertz because They give me so many good deals. I don't take any liability or any kind of insurance from them. I use my credit card, like I told you, my Chase Sapphire Reserve, and it pays for anything. If you ask me, oh, does this really work? It does. I've used this. I was in Europe and I booked a car from Sixt because that was the cheapest there, and I had Audi A4, and I kind of scratched it on the tire on a curb, and they charged me 1150 euros. And I just moved it to my credit card. They paid it, they took care of it in the next 3 days when I got the receipt, and I did not have to deal with anything. There are other credit cards that help you with this, like American Express, but you have to pay an extra charge. So I really prefer Chase Sapphire Reserve. Chase Sapphire Preferred is really good, and Chase United Explorer card is really good on this. Another tip you can save money on ground transportation is, especially for under 25 people, you can use USAA. I can make a completely different video how can you save money on this, because it's a big process to save money. Car rental companies charges between $11 to $13 per day for drivers under 25, which is completely ridiculous. I have never paid this money, and I don't advise anyone to pay this money. Moving on to the fourth section, that is food and miscellaneous. Food can be different for everyone. Some people like to eat really good food, like $100 a meal. Some people can spend $2 or $3, can eat ramen or something. I am somewhere in between. I like to eat good food sometimes, and I want to save money on food too. So I'm gonna share what I do while I'm traveling. What I do is I go to a grocery store, buy salads, fruits, oatmeals, porridges, snack bars like protein bars or something, like things that can be eaten easily while I'm in the car, I'm driving or something, and I do this. Other thing I do is if I'm staying in a hostel or a hotel, I eat their free breakfast and I grab some food for future. Use that. Another thing I do is and I like to eat outside, so I eat one meal out at a good place, and I see reviews which is not very expensive but have a good food review, and I like to do that. Eat authentic food, go to authentic restaurant, not to a fancy restaurant. And also you make use of food trucks. Food trucks are really nice to eat really good food and for cheap. So if you like this video and you felt this was helpful for you, please subscribe to this channel for more videos like this and more travel related content. And thank you so much for watching this video. Aloha.